Hi folks, welcome back to an episode of AFC Thames with me, DoctorBenjyFM. Good to see you. I hope I find you very, very well. Now then, let's talk through the business that we've been doing in match day environments. It's been a season where we didn't draw games at all, and then we could do nothing but draw. You can see then after our defeats in last episode, we managed to turn things around in a way, right? It's a frustrating time. The 4-1 over Lincoln was obviously very, very impressive, right? That's what you want to see. And Below has been playing far more football for us, and that's handy. That's really coming handy when you see the situation we're in right now. But you can see the draws have been piling up. Crewe, Wickham, Oldham, and Luton, all draws in the last 3 games. We've not, well, I say the last 2 games, we've won 1, really, of our last 6 league games. And that is going to see you slide down the table, and that is exactly what's happened. Now, the last 3 games that we've played, we've had our own problem. Ollie is injured. That's right then, Philip Olkanainen is close enough. Has been injured for a long time. His finishing, by the way, has gone up. 16 finishing, 16 dribbling, 16 pace, 16 acceleration. You can see why I love him so much. Great composure, great off the ball, but sprained knee ligaments have ruled him out. I'd say the last 3 games he's been injured, and he's going to be injured for a while yet too. And of course, he's been a key man for us this year. 12 in 19 is a pretty good return, a very good return for a player that is developing through the divisions right now. So, as I say, we're lucky really. Below has come into the side and has been a real thorn in team sides, and he's been getting goals for us here and there. You can see again, recent form, these draws have been a little bit of a problem for us, and that maybe coincides with the fact that I changed our mentality a little bit. We talked last episode about the fact we'll be too attacking. Well, the problem we're having now is we're not scoring enough goals, in my opinion. But these draws, as I say, like, no goals in the league in the last 3 matches. So this is going to be the start of us reverting back to that attacking philosophy. We play Bradford City first today. Team-wise then, Canon is going to start in goal. He's been a top performer in the league this season, so we're going to keep him in there. Ralph is going to play out right back for us. The midfield back pairing then of Simeon Packham, who is a really, really good player from Forest. Really happy to have him here. And Fleet equally on the other side. Some really good defenders in this team. So good that like, Joel Russell is on the bench today. And again, in previous seasons, he would have been an absolute starter for us. Guard's going to have to come in at left back right now. Again, a few more issues. MacArthur is suspended for this first game. I dare say Oliver Blake not quite fit enough to play. He's slowly developing a little bit here and there as well, which is exactly what we wanted to see from him. Fitzpatrick, Renatino in the centre, Ellison, Barras and Neblett to play behind Below. Of course, options off the bench for us if we need them. One of the issues we've had is that Tony Stone is one of these players that is not always necessarily fit enough to play every single game. He could play this one. Neblett's going to play instead. As he again, they're both very, very similar. This is the thing. Him and Stone are quite similar players. When Stone plays, though, Stone is better overall. This is the problem. We have very in different performances, he either really shines or he's on a 6.2 and you pull him off, and it's just not. You are just honestly, viewers, you think you'd learn by now to stop being so filthy. Sometimes I substitute him. That's what I meant. Sometimes I substitute him. Honestly. All right, then let's see how we get on then. Bradford City is going to be our first game today then, and then Chesterfield. You can see then the way the league is set. Chesterfield, of course, the side that were promoted with us recently. They're battling against relegation, and Bradford City, another of those. The last episode we played 2 pretty good sides, and we struggled. Can we beat 2 sides we're expected to beat? It's time to find out. Now, of course, without Ollie, and then Cabbage isn't the man that's coming in to play up front, we need goals consistently from Below to do the absolute business. We're in the position right now where falling out of the playoffs is looking very possible. There's only 3 promotion spots this season, of course, 2 automatics, 1 from the playoffs, and I want to be in there. And like pre-season, I think I was saying, let's go for top half, let's stabilise, and let's see what happens after that. But having had the start that we've had, you can see 40 points for us, 46 at the top of the table. We're in the white today, so it's our corner as Ellison and Renatino try and work something. Ball played in, headed away. And we're going to pick this up, are we? And still make something of it. Ralph, our right back, currently at left wing, plays it to Barras, who's been in the goals recently, and he goes for goal again. Brisley with a decent save, and Bradford are going to be calmly patient, you'd think. One of the bigger sides in the division, I would say. I say bigger sides. Like, in my mind, Bradford City were a Premier League side once upon a time. The problem is for Bradford City, other than Benito Carboni playing for us, Fleet just giving away a foul there, you absolute fool. 2 minutes in. Idiotic. Apart from Carboni playing for them, the thing I remember most is a Paul Scholes volley from a David Beckham corner. So, not great for Bradford, that. As, oh my word, Canon, well, usually penalties that go down the middle are scored. Not this time. Canon saves another one. Is he on for another sensational game? He had a 9.3 or something recently. He's now on a 7.7 already. How far will that go? I mean, hopefully very far, as Bradford have got themselves a free kick. I dare say, if you looked at the season, at the beginning of the season, they would have been tipped to be far better than us this year. And of course, the way the league table looks, you'd maybe suspect that we'd be in different spots, as that ball forward looks very, very dangerous. We've not reacted at all, and Canon, despite how good a game he appeared to be having, has been beaten. It's just one ball over the top. Ralph is there, of course, our back line, not his usual self. And Ralph there, okay, it's really poor, actually. The ball across is so simple. All he does is run off the back of Ralph. Saunders there, left-footed. It's a fantastic, it's a dangerous delivery, but Ralph's got to do better. And they take the lead. I'm not going to wait here, actually. We're going to play our passing a little bit more direct and our lines, because we're quite quick anyway. We're going to push those up a little more. We'll encourage the side, of course. We're a goal down now. Is there going to be a way we're going to carve out one of these chances? Of course, the thing we've had so often is Ollie going big in big games, and that is not a consistent way of winning all the time, right? At some point, that's going to fall off, and you're going to rely on other players to step up as and when. I mentioned CABBAGE before. So far, Bilal's having a terrible first half, to the point where I say terrible. It's a 6.6, and sorry, it's a 6 point. Yes, it's a 6.6, and it's not particularly good. Do we bring CABBAGE on, knowing what CABBAGE can do for us and what he's done in the past and how he knows this system? Is that going to be important? Bilal, attribute-wise, is slightly better than CABBAGE, hence he got the start in the game. But we're going to bring CABBAGE on even after half-time. You can see we're having chances. We're keeping the ball pretty well. We're having more possession. We just need someone to finish them off. Again, we'll try and encourage. Half an hour to go. We're going to speed things up a lot here. And I'm actually going to take off as well. It's interesting to play pass into space in this system, of course, and it's getting the fullbacks involved as much as possible, looking for overlaps, trying to overload in those wider areas. You can see the way we're set here. If the midfield gets the ball at any stage, we're very, very difficult to handle. As Ralph now, here we are then. Let's see if that is, oh my goodness me, Barras. It's an amazing pass. And CABBAGE back in the team. He's been on the pitch about 25 minutes. He's already got himself a goal. David CABBAGE. The ball from Barras, by the way, is miraculous, I'm going to say. Really well won back by Ellison. Ralph plays a simple ball, but this pass here, oh my goodness me, the weight on it is so good. Precision from CABBAGE off the post. We'll think he planned it. And back on level terms. And again, Bradford are struggling this season. This is a game we should be winning. They're bottom as things stand. This should be a win. Ellison on this right-hand side is not having a particularly good game at all. I think Cooney's the guy to bring on, right? We'll see how he does. He's got pace. He's a very, very dangerous player. On the other side, Stone is having one of those games. Neblet comes on. So our front three now, our three-pronged attack of the two wide players, as well as, of course, the striker up top, have all changed from what we started with, as Fleet's header away. It's actually very, very good. Blimey, Ellison's going to pick this up, of course. The highlight is still continuing from before we made any changes. I don't think we're going to see anything, are we? As RodeNT, if we'd have won the ball back there cleanly, we might have been in. And the highlight from before is still continuing here. Of course, we're still attacking. The changes haven't been made yet. Ellison's still on the pitch. Wins a corner for the boys. And it's going to be a case of, can we now work something short? We've done it many times before. We don't even get to see it. Are you kidding? Come on. Time is ticking away. There's 3 minutes left. This is going to be a really underwhelming draw against Bradford City. And of course, our league season right now is in a weird place. We're 6 points clear of Crew in the playoff situation. Analytically there. We're like... one of those games. I don't know. Should I be more annoyed about it? Of course, they've had a penalty and missed it. I feel like team-wise, we've done okay. Like, whether we deserve to win it or not, I'm not too sure. Pass completion was okay. Possession was pretty good. Just not enough impact from this midfield three. It's got to do more. I think Barras was a perfect League 2 player. I'm not sure he's a perfect League 1 player. I think that's the position right now where everything can revolve around him. Like, we saw the pass, right? And again, like, it sounds really stupid because the assist he's produced for us there was sensational. I raved about it. So now I'm going, well, I'm not sure he's the guy. I just think there needs to be more from him in games, and we're not seeing enough of that yet. The league table is so tight, by the way. 45, 44, 44. I think it's 43, 41, 40. It's very, very tight up there. You can see the gaps of Crew after 23 games is pretty handy. If Oldham win their game, it would be reduced to 4 points, though. But yeah, so far, that's not bad. And again, January is not too far away. We've got some money left on the wage budget. It might be a case of bringing in one of these attacking midfielders, maybe a loan option even, to bring in to play. Again, Barras. The thing is, it's frustrating because I do really like him, but a 6.81... 5 goals, only 2 assists. That was the second assist he's done all season for us. We need to see a little bit more. In League 2, is a little bit more potent with the assists, and that matters more to me than the goals. Again, I want to see him score, but as the creative player, right, he's playing in that playmaker role. I just need to see a bit more. But whether what's behind him is part of the problem, I don't really know. Maybe I'm being overcritical. I don't know. It's one of those things. I just think we're very good defensively, and offensively, there's some gaps there. Anyway, Chesterfield, in about a week's time, we'll come back for it. Then let's see, can we get the business done? Things can only get Weber. It's a classic Dr. Benji t-shirt. Literally like 5 years old, this t-shirt, and I still own a selection of 3 of them. They're just quite comfortable, nice t-shirts. They're just, yeah, it's nice. It's nice for me that I can still fit in them. You know, that's a plus point at my age. All right then, gang, second game, and the changes we're going to make then, Ian Gard is going to go back to right back, I think. I don't really mind Ralph there. Again, the goal, not really the goal's sake, I just think Gard as an all-round defender is slightly stronger. That 15 tackling I really, really like. And then that means we can bring Oliver Blake back in at left back. Centrally, I'm wondering role-wise whether we can change things around a little bit. The problem is we have 2 left-footers in the centre. What I'm going to change it, I think. We're going to bring in Joe Russell to play as the ball midfielder in a more supportive duty, so our press can probably be slightly stronger. And then you change on the other side, RodeNT to be the deep line playmaker. We could make him a box-to-box. I'm just wondering now, actually. I mean, he's got the stamina to do it. He's got the attributes to do this. I think, actually, that might be the way forward. So, playmaking-wise, we're using the most out of Barras now. We're not sort of sharing that duty between 2 players. So, here we go. Can we now make the difference? I guess the other question is, does CABBAGE start? Yes, he does. All right, then. Chesterfield, a side that we had a few battles with last season. The question is, can we get the best of them now? And can we see some of these boys really perform to the maximum of their abilities? It's interesting. It's become a bit more of a, like, tactical battle now. We're in a position where we are on the cusp of being like really good, and of course the start to our season was really strong. It's tailed off a little bit again. The amount of draws we've had have set us back a little bit. As Packham's headed away, RodeNT now, we need CABBAGE to come and maybe make something happen in the deeper areas. But so far, and it's been happening a lot for us, we've been going a goal down on such a regular basis, so early in games. Now, being attacking, of course, we're going to leave ourselves open to that, but that just seemed easy on their side. Again, do you now switch back to balanced? We talked about this before, right? Going to positive, giving ourselves the option of going more attacking. I saw a few comments saying start cautious maybe and then build your way out of that. It's definitely a thing you can do early in games to make sure you're in them by half time more regularly. But I don't know, I feel like getting that first goal, then playing on the front foot, that's when we've always been at our best. And that's what's got us to right now, right? I don't know, it's like XG after one shot is 0.01. How bad was the shot? What's going to frustrate me most here, as Stones picked up a little knot there, is if we do what we do in every game, which is this. We are dominating the game in terms of shots on target, possession, passes completed. But we have that issue right now where we are a goal behind, and we've got to find a way as we give away the ball there. That ball forward, not particularly good though. Can we build something from here? Making use of Barras as the playmaker. That's the key thing here. It goes into RodeNT, who's going to start driving forward. Barras to his right-hand side. He finds Stone on that side, who with the knock it. He's pulled up completely. He stops entirely. You got the ball over to Blake, and the shot's got to be in, surely. Ellison, it's a great header from CABBAGE, by the way, to force the movement from Gleeson in the Chesterfield net, and Ellison pops home. Of course, the concern on the far side of the pitch is that Stone is coming off. Lots of players, lots of physios running over to help him. As Stone goes down, amazingly, he got the ball to Blake. Of course, Neblet's going to come on for him. That's a simple change for us. But yeah, back on level terms, perfect timing. Stone then is going to have to come straight off. Usually if a player stops like that, he's not going to recover and continue. Half an hour gone then. Can we now make use of that first goal? Again, using Barras more regularly if possible. Here he is then, that passing again, the weight of pass as well, perfect into the feet of guard. Like, can he get CABBAGE in there, played in, and Neblet heads over. Of course, when you're playing CABBAGE, there's a bit more of a physical presence there. The Ollie and Bilal don't necessarily offer quite as much. Again, quite important that we utilise that in games like this. Getting crosses into him, very, very important, very key for us as Gore plays it brilliantly to CABBAGE. He's also got the pace, remember. Don't forget that. He's a big lad, but he's also got the ability to move forward at speed. He's got 2 options to his right-hand side. He goes on his own some there as Gleeson turns it behind really well. It's been an interesting half of football so far as Ellison picks it up and plays it to himself, which is quite rare, and then goes out for a goal kick. That was comical. But the theme of the recent league season anyway is that we draw all the time, whenever we want to. It happens so often at the moment. And there we are then, Thames 1, Chesterfield 1. And I say that a little confused. I'm going to say we've been the better team. Do you know what? I'm going to tell them, like, you weren't bad, but there's so much more to give here, and we've got to show it. Okay, we're unbalanced. Again, there's that temptation to be more attacking. You don't need to be, right? The balanced is exactly that. You're offering the same amount going forward as you are defensively. Going more positive means everything speeds up a little bit. We're probably playing at a slightly lower tempo in balanced as well, of course, as we're working it around really neatly there. CABBAGE goes for goal. It's a great effort from a difficult angle, and it's still 1-1. The way the game is set, they've had 1 shot on target and scored it. This is very similar to the last game that I feel like we have to make more of. The pass completion on Chesterfield's side, 66%. 89% from us. That's higher than normal as well. Again, maybe changing the way we utilise the playmaker is playing a part in that. But while the game is 1-1, and while Chesterfield are still in this, it can still go either way as it's launched forward. Fleet gets his head on that, and then Guard runs onto it, which is really nice from him. Russell plays it across to Renatino now. Can he find a shot on target? Not yet. Neblet plays it forward. So it's a wonderful pass. Neblet to Cabbage. Dwayne to Drabid as lots of W's, lots of W's, lots of D's, lots of cabbages. And, well, welcome to the stall, viewers. The pass here, by the way, again, some of our final balls have been really, really good. Renatino here just lays it off, and that is just beautifully picked out. Cabbage's movement really, really good. And it's Thames 2, Chesterfield 1. You can see what the goal does as well. It tightens everything up. 4 points to Leighton Orient now, who are top of the league. Luton with them, Southend, Colchester, AFC Wimbledon. There's a few things to say here, really. If we got promoted this season, there's a strong argument to say it'd be too soon. We would go into the Championship with sides coming down from the Premier League. We would get absolutely rolled. I don't think our team right now, especially when you consider how many loans we've got, is good enough. I've done that thing you do sometimes, viewers. I'm sure you've had it in your Football Manager saves, where you stay quiet, you let things develop, and you win a game 2-1 that you should win 10-0. You can see there, absolutely dominant, really good performance. The interesting element to the performance, and it's visually so obvious, is that Barras on a 6.5, we are not finding the best out of this player. Maybe he's better with Ollie in the team. Maybe that pace of Ollie is something he prefers to play with. Everybody around him, though, is playing really well. And there's that thing, isn't there, that is he enabling everyone else to play really well? Is the consistency of his passing, while it's not effective necessarily, it allows everyone else to flourish. Sometimes that player exists in a team, and maybe making this player the star would then lessen the impact of everybody else around him. It's a question I don't necessarily know the answer to right now, and we won't know until we try and put someone better in his position, and that's where January comes in, and that is where we'll come back to next episode. That then is going to conclude today. If you have enjoyed it, you know what to do by now. Drop a like on it. The support on the series has been phenomenal. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that you're enjoying it still. Of course, we are starting to move up the leagues a little quicker now. We're into 5th position, and we've got something to play for. If you want to see more of me, I'm streaming tonight over on the Streamer Showdown account. I'm doing the breakdown where we go through all the teams in a really analytical way. I'll be joined by a panel of Football Manager personalities, we'll call them, before the weekend's action, where I'll be live all weekend from 7 o'clock, both days in the Streamer Showdown, and it's going to be good fun. Will I win my first one, viewers? There's only one way to find out. Come and join me live, and I'll see you for it. We love with care. If you want to spend your time, I'll see you again very, very soon. If you like the new end slate, I hope so. Goodbye.